Hello everyone, welcome back. This is a part 3 of phrasal verbs. If you haven't watched the earlier two lessons, the link is provided in the description box and it's right there on the I button too, so you can go and check it out there. So without any further ado, let's keep going. In this video, we will discuss some prepositions with the word get. Number 1, get at, meaning keep criticizing. Example, why is Meena always getting at me? Example 2. My new boss is always getting at me for showing up late for work. Also means to annoy or irritate someone. For example, the dogs barking outside really started to get at me. Next one is get off, meaning to come down or to physically leave a mode of transport. For example, she got off the train in Pune, or the traffic is terrible, let's get off at the next stop and walk. To avoid something more serious. For example, he got off with an automatic fine, but we thought he'd have to go to court. Is get along or get along with. Number 1, to have a good or friendly relationship with someone. For example, Harry and I can get along really well, but I don't get along with Lucy at all. Number 2, to deal with a situation. For example, I've been getting along really well in my new job. Next one is get by, meaning to manage something with difficulty to make ends meet. For example, some poor families manage to get by on just rupees 200 a day. Number 2, to succeed with minimum efforts. For example, he hasn't revised for his exams at all, but he is clever enough to get by. Third is to move past something or someone. For example, excuse me, could you please move your bag so I can get by? The next is get down, meaning to feel depressed or unhappy. For example, the political situation at the moment is really getting me down. Number 2, to party or sometimes dance. For example, you guys were really getting down last night. Did you have a good time? Let's look at get down to, meaning to start working on something, especially something you've been avoiding. For example, I must get down to these tax returns today or I'll never finish them. Number 2, to start work or focus attention on a task. For example, okay, let's get down to business. Next one is get ahead, meaning succeed. For example, you cannot get ahead without proper planning. To proceed. For example, in order to get ahead in life, she has to be more assertive. Let's look at get ahead of, meaning surpass. For example, he got ahead of the other candidates. Number 2, pass or overtake. That is, there was an accident when the driver tried to get ahead of our car. Get around, meaning to persuade. He got me around to his point of view. Next one is get over, meaning to recover from something. Example, it was really hard when Dave and I split up, but I got over it eventually. I had the flu all last week, but I'm getting over it. Or it means to accept something you're unhappy about. For example, I was a little disappointed I didn't get the job, but I got over it. Or it means to overcome something. For example, she managed to get over her shyness and give a speech at the wedding. Next is get around, meaning to become known or to circulate information. For example, word got around that he was leaving the company due to illness. It also means to avoid something difficult. For example, is there any way of getting around the rules so that we can bring our pets into the country? It also means to find the time to do something used with to, that is get around to. For example, I'll get around to the washing up once I've finished my lunch. Hope you understood these. In the next video of preposition series, we will discuss some adjective preposition collocations which will help you get good at prepositions, and I will also provide a PDF for that. So till then, stay tuned. Thank you for watching this video. God bless.